tucked away in the Shenandoah Valley, Harrisonburg, Virginia, home to James Madison, father of the Constitution and mother of some of the most electric crowds in all of college football when they come out to support the Dukes. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Iowa Hawkeyes, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the James Madison Dukes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. He'll bring it out. It's Wade. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The offense set for a first down play. Quarterback checking the play. Off the play fake on first down. Throws for the tight end. And that pass intercepted. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Iowa!
You always want to come out and set the tone as a defense. Get a stop, make a punt. How about this? Get the INT and take it back to the house. Way to set the tone for this defense early.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what? Not only this play.
He wants to take the top off, and he's got it at the 15-yard line, and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Dukes.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Line gets set, first down. Running back searching for a hole. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Dropping back, it's Rich. Fires left. Hauls it in. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understanding the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
Complete downfield. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Well, the offense is trying to make it look like runs, so they play fake, and the tight end, he comes right out of his stance, vertical downfield, gets one-on-one with a much smaller DB, and is able to make the catch for a big gain.
And the Hawkeyes are on the move. Wide out in motion. Handoff to the single back.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Pulls it and fires to the left. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
The Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. They're going to run it to the right. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big back. You got to get that guy on the ground. You can't let him pick up an extra couple yards and stay ahead of the sticks.
The give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
To the air, it's Rich. Finds his big tight end. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
Wide receiver shows motion. They'll run the jet sweep, trying to spread this defense out. Got enough space. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Love the play call offensively, attacking this defense in a lot of different ways. That time they used the jet sweep. They used the speed of the wide receiver to generate yet another first down.
The give. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hawkeye. The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. And he's going to bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play runner. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't get on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. He's looking to throw it. He's going for a big play downfield. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now, guys. Of course, we're only in the 1st quarter. This guy's already thrown 1 pick. He should have thrown his 2nd right there.
They'll give it to the back. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
A 3rd and long coming up here. They're setting up the screen. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop it.
And that pass is intercepted. They got him down quickly after the pick, but he'd already made the biggest play, and they've got it at the 38.
What a great stick by the defender. But how about this? Quarterbacks like a smooth pocket where they can step up, set their feet. That defense did not give him that. Hit him while he's throwing the football, made it easy for the defender to run underneath and create an interception.
Comes out throwing on first down. Got a man. It's Knight. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Looking at a 2nd and short now. Going with the ground game left. Puts him in the spinner, still running. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Little touch pass to the receiver. And to the end zone. Touchdown, James Madison.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Bringing it back. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. To the air, it's Rich. Quickly to the tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Caught by the tight end. He runs out of bounds at the 25. That's a 1st down for the offense. On the double. That's the end of the 1st quarter. The score, James Madison, 14, Iowa, 13.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Quickly complete. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the 1st down.
These guys are called matchup guys. They're not the biggest guys on the field, but they're going to win. Short, and they're going to catch the ball, and they're going to make yards after the catch. You can tell those are the type of guys in college football that are starting to get maximized and used a lot more than they were in the past.
Now the play fake. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Long incompletions are okay. We got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, they equal big-time points.
Looking to throw for it. Makes the grab over the middle. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And the Hawkeyes are moving quickly down the field. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Going up top on first down. And you'd like to think this sophomore wouldn't make a habit of trying to force passes into double coverage like that.
How about the difference a week makes for this QB? Last week, man, the completion percentage way down. Just wasn't consistent, wasn't in good rhythm. Right now, looks like he's in total control, and this offense is moving at a way better pace. Looks like a completely different team from last week.
Almost had the pick there. Would have been his second of the game. Instead, it brings up third down.
The quarterback has got to just settle down and take a breath. Threw a bad pick last drive, almost threw another one on that last play. He's got to regain his focus.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down. The offense lining up for a first down play. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Pass on the way, it's kicked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. He leaves it with his back. And he could not get loose on the run.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Here's the give off the left side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a third and long. This one from the 44. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. He rifles one deep down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Gonna let it fly. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And money down is where you see defenses really understand where the sticks are, play great pass defense, know what's coming, and get off the field.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes in here.
Trying play action. Makes the grab on the left. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you loved playing on teams with great offenses.
The Dukes are rolling down the field. They'll try the run. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Quarterback checking off. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Second down coming up.
3:25.
Keep it on the ground. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Dukes.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, it's 21-13. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Texas A&M is currently ahead in this one, but they're not exactly making this easy for the 12th man. This is a tight one in College Station. They're up by 4 over Oklahoma. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. He wants to throw. Shoots it to the left. And this sophomore's going to learn you can't force that type of pass. Very lucky to get it back.
Well, that DB basically could have just ran that route for the wide receiver. He was all over him. There was no shot that receiver was going to be able to make that play. Beautiful job by the defensive back.
Can't hang on. It's incomplete, and you can't worry about the footsteps when you're running those crossing routes. It'll be third down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. For the third straight play, the pass falls incomplete.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Takes a hit as he fires. Got him, and nobody's close.
The #1 goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times.
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Looking for the score. It's incomplete. Almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 3rd down.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the first half.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to get it through the air. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he will step out of bounds, but what a way to get the ball back for his offense.
Well, coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
He'll start this drive firing. Skips away from pressure. Wide open downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Back to throw, it's Rich. Fires to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
I think the biggest issue in the passing game for this offense has been accuracy, right? The last time this guy took the field, he completed less than 50% of his throws, and you're seeing that again in this game. Just hasn't been able to put the ball where he wants it to go.
Almost had the pick there. Would have been his 2nd of the game. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that ball is picked off. Looking for more room. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
You've just seen in this game, the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down for this offense. He's looking to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. Got it! They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They're going to run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, James Madison. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Dukes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions. The coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Looking for a man. It's Rich. Throws to the wideout. And you'd like to think this sophomore wouldn't make a habit of trying to force passes into double coverage like that. In a perfect world, quarterback hits his last step, turns the ball loose, receiver comes out of the break, ball's there. That's not what happened there.
Because this isn't a perfect world. Because we're going to put a defender on you, mess up that timing where it's not easy breezy, just like you're throwing on air. So nice job by the defense disrupting the timing a little bit.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Hawkeyes line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Makes the grab. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offensive success on 3rd down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
The aerial assault continues. Trying to get rid of it. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Here comes the offense on 2nd down.
Griffin! Easy!
The give to the tailback. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
I don't think the defense was expecting run on that play. 2nd and forever. They were all dropping back into coverage. They got gashed.
Got it.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long, setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
Not a chance. Missed it. And after the missed field goal, guys, the lead's still at 15.
That keeps the score. James Madison, 28, Iowa. 13.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. You got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
After the misfire, it's 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short game.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. On 3rd down, going up top. Oh, that slithered right through his fingers and would have been his 2nd interception of the game. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Hawkeyes will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. He's got great speed. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. He slings it deep to the left. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, The defense hasn't been able to stop this guy all game long, so the offense is going to keep trying to take shots. They thought they had the matchup they wanted, but they're going to force this defense to prove they can stop him, and the defense finally came up with a play.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He unleashes a long one. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Dukes will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Iowa has the ball back on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Didn't get anything on that last run. Now 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Looking for a man. It's Rich. Makes his connection. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
To the wideout. Tackle is made at the 48-yard line. Good enough for a 1st down.
The Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
2nd down.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They keep attacking through the air. This time on target. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
They pick up the 1st down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Oh, and he just dropped it so close to his 2nd interception of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Off play action. Gets it out quickly. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Buys a little time. He's going to take off. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down.
And that's a 1st down for the offense.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He wants it all. And he's got it! Touchdown, Iowa!
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
To the air, it's Rich. It's incomplete, and we'll change ends of the field now. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. Out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. After giving up that last touchdown, they've still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
Man, it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. They'll leave it with him. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll run it from the gun. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
And the Dukes are flying down the field.
Come on, set.
Off play action on 1st down. Moving out of the pocket. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
The inside handoff. Still running at the 40. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
And if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. The handoff, keep working on that clock. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
The Dukes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge.
Touchdown, Dukes! And they take it in for 6 more points. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
Into the end zone he goes for the 2, and now they lead by 3 possessions. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Back to throw, it's Rich. Lets it fly on the move. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
What a fantastic play. And that right there is why he is the best DB right now in college football. He's got all the tools you look for. He's got speed. He's got flexible hips. He can change direction. He's got ball skills. He is the favorite to win the top DB.
Lofts one high and deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
And, man, I tell you what, I just love his instincts. You can tell when the ball's being passed, he sees it, and he breaks on the football. That's why he's in the top 10 in interceptions this season. Just such a great feel in the passing game, and you got to be careful when you attack him.
Complete in the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. And the Hawkeyes come to the line in the hurry-up.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
The Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, trailing this much in the 4th quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
At this point in the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Looking down the middle. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Makes the catch past the sticks. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
First down for the offense.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking left. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Things aren't going to get better for this offense, guys, until their quarterback becomes more accurate. Obviously, that was the problem the last game out. Completed less than 50% of his passes there. And he's doing it again here. You just can't score points if you're not completing throws.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on third down, setting up first and goal.
He'll just keep slinging it. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Hawkeye!
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. LSU is just getting blown off the field today. It's like they haven't even been competitive. How'd you like to be the network censor on the coaches show this week?
And that's why you've got a lot of receivers on your hands team. Guys, the best hands on your team, so they're able to hop on them.
Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. And as we get later in this game, Jesse, you want to keep moving the ball and being aggressive, but don't turn the thing over.
So how about getting the running game going right here, David, on this drive? Let those big fellas up front get some push, bleed the clock, move the chains.
Yeah, no need to get greedy. I know the passing stats and you want to score, but you're right. The clock right now is your friend with a 2-possession lead.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Makes the tackle right at the 28-yard line. Pick up a 5, and they'll move the sticks.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
Down to a knee here. The defense still has a couple of timeouts if they want to use them. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No